everybody. Hope you're all doing fantastically well. It's Connor here. We're back with your watch along. What is going on? It's a bit of a different setting, as you can tell. Slap a like on the video, everybody. Make sure you're all involved this evening. We're going to be with you pretty much till midnight. I'll be honest with you. We've got bits going on. We've got not only my instant match reaction, but we've got another video coming with my old man where we're going to be doing your reaction as well. We're going to be doing the 3 things tonight. That's going to be uploaded tomorrow. We've got so much coming. The reason, if a lot of you don't know why I'm here, I'm at Gatwick Airport, baby. And we're going to Miami. We're going to Tampa Bay, then Miami to film with Leeds United fans, and I literally cannot wait. But it has been a long day, people. It has been a long-ass day. Getting down to Gatwick Airport is not the one. But I hope you're all doing fantastically well. Before we get started, everybody, slap a like on the video. Make sure you do all that business that you normally do. And, yeah, really appreciate you guys getting involved with the chat this evening. What's going on in your lives? Let me know in the comment section below. Leeds versus Millwall this afternoon. Let's get into a few of your thoughts. LFC Lofts, Lofts in the building going out. Connor Ladd going 3-1 tonight. Willie hat-trick. Big one, Lofts. Absolutely massive one tonight, my friend. It's a big game for Leeds United. Has to be said. Big game for Leeds United. I think after what Sheffield United did last night, which was really, really annoying, they were average at best against Bristol City. I watched the majority of the game. They were so average. I think Bristol City had like beyond their XG as well, beyond their XA, their XT, all the X's, threat, assists, goals. And Sheffield United came out of it with a 2-1 win. Unbelievable. And that's why you just cannot rely, people. We found this out last year when we beat Leicester, when we beat Ipswich 4 times overall. You cannot rely on any of these other teams. So you structure your own path. That's what you've got to do. You cannot be relying on any of these other teams. That is just factual information. Early goal for us makes all the difference. England's top boys, even from Plymouth, mate. If you thought Plymouth were bad on Saturday last night, it was truly shocking. How they won that 1-0, nobody knows. It's Wayne Rooney, mate. That sort of juju that he has somehow is keeping existence in football. I don't know how this guy does it, but yeah, somehow Wayne Rooney with, I just don't feel as any like sort of managerial expertise is able to keep himself above water. Frank Lampard has been linked with Roma, mate. Figure that one out. Let's have a quick... Connor, where are you? Gatwick Airport, mate. Gatwick Airport. Hi, Connor. Need a good start. Enjoy. Yes, mate, 100%. I hope you have a good time, mate. Would be amazing to get out there. Yeah, it would, mate. Connor, where are you? I am in Gatwick, mate. I'm at Gatwick Airport. On paper, 4-0 Leeds, I would say. Yeah, Alabama. I think it's going to be interesting to see, to be honest with you. It's going to be a really interesting game. And I want to get into a few bits with you guys as we're going to see the team arriving now. If you've got all your featured streaming sites for this evening, I'm sure you have. Let's have a look at the lineups for this evening, everybody, shall we? Okay. So when you look at it, we did the preview earlier on this week as well with Dan from Lions TV. Well worth having a look at that, everybody. If you haven't, maybe not after this, maybe at halftime. Who knows? It could be sort of level on result. Who knows? It's interesting. I've actually not seen the Millwall team so far. I've just constructed this graphic, and now I'm eventually having a look at it with clarity. Jensen, Inette, Leonard, Tanganga, Jake Cooper, who's probably their major threat right now. Joe Bryan's had to come out, so Danny McNamara comes in, a little bit more of a defensive player on that left-hand side. Obviously, Joe Bryan, flies forward, but I would say Bryan's been their best player this season, to be quite honest with you. Wintle, Saville, and Essay in the minute. Essay, who's been absolutely unbelievable for Millwall this season, has really looked like that sort of next level player. That next level player of which, there was a lot of expectation on. So it's going to be interesting to see how he performs tonight. I know a lot of Millwall fans are excited about him. George Honeyman, obviously formerly of Hull City, in that sort of midfield rank as well. It's going to be interesting to see how he performs as well. A little bit of a journeyman is Honeyman. No pun there intended, of course. But captain-like responsibilities in that Millwall 11, and also someone who's done it and seeing it at championship level. Duncan Watmore, Millwall's top scorer this season, and Macaulay Langstaff as well up top. So how I'm really envisaging is that, it's been a long day, envisaging this going, Jesus, is that they're going to be not playing out from the back, everybody. It's going to be the long ball. The long ball. That is how I am literally expecting this to go. So Leeds pressing high. We have the most recoveries in the final third in the division. Okay, doesn't matter. They're not going to care. They're just going to pump that ball long to Macaulay Langstaff. And that is genuinely how I see this going, everybody. It's going to be how Leeds deal with a very, very unfamiliar scenario. Because I feel like nowadays a lot of teams are just trying to play out from the back. That's how I feel like it's going. So Leeds are going to have to just work their way around that. They're going to have to work their way around that. It's going to be a different sort of standard of game. Now, guys, I can see there's 13 people who have liked this video. You need to rack this up. Come on, slap the likes on the video. Of course, we've got over 250 of you on YouTube. We've got across all platforms. We've got another 100 of you as well. So we've got about 350 of you. Make sure you rack those likes up as well. If you haven't heading over to the YouTube, everyone, and you watch on Facebook and Twitter, make sure you're heading over to YouTube. Easy to create an account. If you haven't got, if you've already got an account, watch us on YouTube and slap a like on the video. It just helps the video as well. Let's have a look at what you guys are saying as well. Nige says, Blunts last night did what we should have done versus Bristol. Gone for it for the last 10 minutes. They got a win at We Drew. Yeah, Nige, it was a lovely finish as well, wasn't it, mate? It's an absolute peach of a finish from Harrison Burrows. Just drilled it into the bottom corner. Lovely finish. And yeah, listen, they've got two good wins on the bounce. We have to be brutally honest about this. They've beaten Blackburn Rovers away from home. They've beaten Bristol City away from home. Bristol City, we struggled to do. But the thing is with, it's expectations, really, because we are much better than them, in my opinion. But they could not deal with us. They literally could not deal with us. But who's playing in the Premier League at the minute? Ipswich Town. What did we do to Ipswich Town at Ellen Road? Leicester was a much closer affair, and we literally punched above our weight for that, in my opinion, because their squad was so much better than ours. And I don't think a lot of people took that into consideration. Their squad was so much better than ours that we had to punch above our weight to beat Leicester twice in consecutive games. Ipswich, we scored 8 goals past them in 2 games. That's ridiculous. But we beat them 4-0 at home, everybody, and they didn't touch the ball. We played Sheffield United at home. They barely touched the ball aside from the first 15 minutes. This is my problem with this mindset. And it's fine because I sort of delve into this mindset as well. But as a fan base, we have to understand that this isn't just based on, oh, yeah, but we beat one of the teams at the top. You've got to be consistent throughout the season. You've got to win games like tonight. You've got to win games like Bristol City, like Norwich, like West Bromwich Albion. Obviously, you can't win every single game, but 5 draws, and if it were to be 6 draws tonight, that cannot be accepted. That's got to be ironed out over the season, with a maybe potential projection of 90+ points as the top 2 tally. Again, maybe, who knows? But if that is, Leeds have to be getting 2 points per game. And that includes away form. It's not just home form, and we'll just a point away from home every now and again, a point away from home. Will that do you that average? I don't know if it will. And this is a massive test tonight. Because if we go down and beat this lot, marker, put a statement down. That's what not just promotion teams do, but league winners do. Why can we not win the league? Are we not the best team in the league? Are we not the most lucrative team in the league? Are we not the highest paid team in the league? Have we not got the most expensive players transfer payout wise in terms of Aronson, 30 million, Dan James, 25 million, William Yonso, obviously a little bit cheaper, but you see what I'm getting at, everybody. The accumulative amount of money that we've spent on our talent is so far beyond, let's say, a Millwall tonight. We should be taking it to them. And people say football's not played on paper. It is. It really is. A lot of it is. That is a cliche statement that, works in some circumstances, but for the majority of the time, football is played on paper, especially when it comes to teams in, their respective leagues spending more money, getting promoted or winning leagues. Happens every single time. Brandon says, need to silence these. Oh, I'm Millwall and I'm a Tin Pot Club. Yes, they have a run, but we are Mighty Leeds United with 3 points. Remy says, if Farker takes handbrake off, we'll piss it tonight. My only worry. That's a really interesting point, Remy. Now, we were discussing this on the on Generation Leeds, of which I think we might get a little episode out tonight, everybody. Look, if we're lucky, we might get my old man's reaction tonight. I think he wants to come on and give his say. So that'll be out after the instant match reaction. But yeah, that's an interesting point you've just made there, because Farke, I feel, when you look at like Norwich, when you look at West Bromwich Albion in particular, which are 2 out of the 4 away games of which Leeds United have drawn, I think the handbrake's been on. Sunderland, I don't think it was, to be honest with you. I think we went for that game. But those 2 in particular, the handbrake was on. It was a draw. And he never used to do that with his Norwich sides. Leeds need to go to Millwall tonight and look to win the game. We need to look to win the game. We're far superior. I don't care how many players are on form here. I don't care how arrogant I sound. This is why I'm going to be probably a little bit inflated tonight and a little bit more. I'm nervous. I have to say I'm nervous. I'll be brutally honest. I am nervous tonight. That team should not be beating that team. I don't care how arrogant I sound. I'm not bothered anymore. James says, evening Leeds fans. Our bench players walk into their team. Not Darlow. Are you meeting Trump, Connor? To wish him well, I'm not, mate. I'm not giving any political leading on this channel. Mark says this should be a walk in the park, although, as always, players have to turn up, win their battles. Looking at Nonto playing as he should, cannot have another average game. That's true, Mark. But I'm looking at Peru as well. I'm looking at Aronson. I'm looking at these players. These players are worth probably now a lot of money, mate. A lot of money at this level. I'm looking at all of these. I'm looking at every single Leeds United player. I'm saying, you've all got to turn up tonight. Every single one of you. It's cold down here in London. I can tell you that. But they've all got to turn up tonight. How are you, Connor? All good, mate. Joe Bryan, big miss them. He's indeed. Must score first. Big comment there from Alistair. Paper and skin, how you, mate? I actually hate Millwall, Connor. They think they're the best team in the league at the moment. Nice as enjoy Florida. I will do, mate. Don't worry about it. Keep getting your comments in, everybody. Physical, got to be up. No way. He pisses points away like Norwich. Money talk, says Dave, in most sports. It adds to the pressure of the job. Leroy says, Leeds should get 3 points tonight. Can't see a draw. Tonight in this league, nobody should bother Leeds. Lazio says, not going to be a cakewalk like last season. Chopper will have Millwall ready with our quality. We should get the job done. Yeah, and that's another thing, everybody. If you've not realised, it was Gary Rowett last season. It was very passive in that game. I did think when we destroyed them 3-0, they should have had 4 or 5. It is It is Harris. Back in Millwall. Do you know what I mean? This guy chews bricks for tea. So, look, this guy is going to be well up for this. He's already called Leeds United the best team in the league, stoking the fans up. They've already said that this game should have replaced Burnley at the weekend in terms of that being on a Saturday. It should be Millwall Leeds on a Saturday. So get there and get into those northern monkeys. Do you know what I mean? That's Millwall. Some of their fans, look, Lines TV, Dan's channel, who was on the preview the other day, biggest game of the season for Millwall. That's what they were saying. Their fans. This is what I mean. It's what we have to deal with all the time. Bristol City selling out. Millwall selling out. These tin pot clubs selling out for Leeds United. This is what we have to deal with. Sheffield don't have to deal with this. Burnley don't have to deal with this. We have to deal with this being the biggest club in the division. Always will be the case. And it is a nightmare in a sense. But as Rad says, meow. Hi, Connor says, Kaiser, I think we'll win this one 0-2. Come on, Leeds match. Let's go to Super Leeds. I'd have started Joseph for the press. Yeah, good point, Brandon. We're going to get into some other talking points here now, mate. So the key players, I think for this one, it's going to be William Yonso. Look, I love this man. You guys know, I get criticised a lot. Oh, Connor's got his favourites, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, and I will say this man is my favourite. He's one of my favourite players. I think his technical ability is far superior. And as my dad's just messaged me, you're only 30 miles from Millwall. Will I get filled in tonight? Who knows? But this guy right here is one of my favourite players. But that doesn't mean anything. If he's not been good enough, I'll call it out. Now, he has created 7 big chances this season, which is the second most in the division. What I will say as well is, to his name this season, he has as many goals and assists. I think it's like the joint 4th in the division. He's got, I think it's 7 in terms of is it 2 goals and 5 assists? So he's performing okay by William Gnonto standards, but we know he can perform even better. We know this guy can hit Somerville levels. He can hit Somerville levels. I want to see that more from this geezer. This geezer, on the other hand, is He's a good player. I like Honeyman. I think, you know, it was either going to be between him and Esse. Only reason I'm choosing Honeyman a little bit is because maybe he'll put in a little bit of graft. He was at Hull City. He understood the rivalry. He's now gone to 2 consecutive clubs who absolutely hate Leeds United, of which I'm expecting him to almost be driving this team up for. So yeah, look, it's very inconsequential. I sound really arrogant tonight. I do not give a shit. Tonight, I'm nervous for this game. The reason I'm nervous for this game is because I'm looking at Sheffield United last night. They're second right now. This is a game of which we have to go to teams like this and win. We have to start winning games like this away from home. At home, it's fine. It's Plymouth's, you know, your Watford's. I fully expect us to do 99% of teams at home. And that percentage is literally Burnley, being the outlier there, by the way. But away from home, I know we've played a game less, but being 5th in the division, that is the outlier. We need to be in the top 2 when it comes to away form as well, everybody. 110%. So if we're in the top 2, that means the average means that Leeds United are going to be in the top 2 in general. Home, top 2, away, top 2. That's what we need to be looking at right now. Sims Alabama says, I didn't understand the bloke who's on your channel in the week. I get a translator on next time. It was something like, that's what Dan was doing. It'll be a battle tonight. We'll get a kick in from their players, but it needs to be physical as a team. That's another really good point, mate. It's a really, really good point. The fact that in a game like tonight, we need to be up for it. You need to be up for it. It's Chopper Harris. It's not the actual Chopper Harris, is it? But it's Neil Harris. Good record against us as a player. Good record against us as a manager. You know, if you've been a Leeds fan for a long time, you'll understand the playoff heartache with Neil Harris, the 1-0 down at the Den, of which then went into Jimmy Abdu at Ellen Road with Beckford missing that penalty. My God, Jermaine Beckford. Listen, I fully expect them to be right up for it tonight in a way that they weren't up for it under Gary Rowett. But I also expect them to be a little bit more tactically astute because they're not going to try play out from the back. They're not going to try do's. And do you know what? Neil Harris, I respect him for this because they're not well equipped to play out from the back. They don't have the players to play out from the back. You know, McNamara, Cooper, they're not going to play out from the back. Do what you're best at. Play it to the front man. Play it to Macaulay Langstaff. Look at the second balls with George Honeyman and Esse. You know, start to do that. Why on earth would you do things like it's like Russell Martin in the Premier League trying to play out from the back? Well, good luck. You're going to get relegated. You're literally going to get relegated. You've got to adapt to the Premier League. You cannot be that ignorant. So for me, Millwall are going to be playing very different to what we've come up against right now because I think a lot of it is literally going to be based on route one and set pieces, which I don't think we've faced a lot of this season because I think every single manager, even at lower level, tries to play like Pep Guardiola. I think that's the influence he's had. So listen, that is the way I see tonight going. So it's going to be a very unique task. Last few results against Mill. Leeds obviously winning 2-0. That Willie Gnonto highlight goal from his cutting in off that right-hand side, pinging that left-footed striking, which was just world class. And that's the X factor we need tonight. And that's the conversation, people. X factor. I'm talking Talisa. I'm talking Louis Walsh, Simon Cowell. X factor. One direction. That is what we need tonight. Okay? We need players stepping up. This is what I called it out on a tweet earlier on. Ramazani, I'd have begged for Ramazani to be there tonight. Ramazani's in this game tonight. We just absolutely take them apart because they don't know where to go. There's too much balance with quality. Too much. I just worry in this game, you know, last season we tore them apart with Rutter and Somerville. Is there going to be a little bit of an imbalance in quality? Aronson, Dan James, kind of similar players. Willie Gnonto, that so-called X factor that we're all looking for. And Joel Peru, okay, yeah, is he X factor? I don't think he is. So when we went to the Den last season, yeah, you know, I don't even know if we had Sinisterra on the bench in that game. I think we did. With Sinisterra on the bench, Rutter starting, Somerville starting, and you're thinking, wow, look how much we've got going forward here. Look how much we've got going forward. And obviously Willie Gnonto as well. Whereas tonight, I'm looking at an X factor wise, everybody, because I know a lot of you are going to be saying, Connor, put respect on Dan James' name. I do, but I don't know if he's X factor. He's industrious, going to win the ball back high. He's going to probably give you a goal. but I don't know about that X factor. And I wonder if they're going to try and nullify Nonso tonight and see him as the main danger man, doubling up on him because he seems to be struggling with that recently, I have to say. I think tonight will be on Who Takes the Chances. Well, we know where they're going to be coming from, mate. Was a tapping, mate. Let's not get carried away. We have 10 men on the pitch when he plays. Richard, I do like him as an impact player. James says, evening, Connor. Feeling confident tonight. Perot and Nonso all Leeds, aren't we? Love that, mate. Evening, Shakespeare. Evening, James. Hope you well, Connor. All good, Paul. Agreed, mate. The Sheffield U result is like Ipswich last year. It won't stop. John says 0-2 to Leeds tonight. Safe flight tomorrow. See you in sunny Florida this week. See you there, John. See you there, my friend. I think Brandon's just going at everyone here. Richard says, good evening, Connor. And everyone, hope a good result tonight. I'm now recovering on Monday, working at Fulham at a minor heart attack. Oh, Richard, I hope everything's okay, my friend. I hope everything's okay. Make sure you're resting up, my friend. Don't watch me, mate. Don't watch me. I don't want to get you... I don't want to get you going beyond that level, mate. But yeah, I hope you're all good, man. Hope you and your family are all good. That's awful news. And we're all here for you, of course. Good, healthy recovery. All the best. Joe has sang some Phil Collins on his live. Any chance of some singing, Connor? I'm not really here for that, mate. Not really here for that. But give me a song and I might do it. Give me a song, but it's got to be a good one. Big Bullies, Millwall, mate. Going to be dirty tonight. Who's that mug on the team? You cheeky fucker. Van Nistelrooy only scored easy ones and everyone hails him. I might appreciate it. Thank you. Connor, can you do your Millwall impression, mate? Okay, I have to be away from the mic. Hold on. How about that? I can see a cat gantry on the repeat in this one. Anyone else miss Rama? Of course we do, mate. Ramazani. Right, let's get into the next one. Apparently, I'm doing any donations, everybody. I will do a request. How about that? That sounds quite weird, but yeah, why not? Team ratings. As we can see here on the form table, everybody, we've got a 7.4 rating for Leeds United, not beaten in our last five, but there is no red on the screen, baby. There is no red on the screen whatsoever, as Millwall are unbeaten in 5 as well, uniquely in the Championship, winning their last 3, the only team in the Championship to win their last 3 as well, all by 1-0. Exclusively won against Burnley at the weekend, where, Jesus Christ, I don't know if any of you saw that. Burnley, my God, not in the game whatsoever. How have they beaten us? It's so annoying. How have they beaten us? They're absolute pony. It just shows how crap the rest of the division is for them to be where they are. The amount of XG they've created nothing. They've done nothing. And for them to come to Leeds, Solomon tripping up on the ball, obviously Koleosha going through, Jayden Bogle not stepping out, and Melier not closing the angle quick enough. My Lord, how they got out of that, everybody. They've just continued to produce nothing. So that, oh man, I can't get over that. But Millwall, to be fair to him, doing an absolute job on him at the weekend. And as Dan said, it was easy. Dan said to me, that game was easy. What does that tell you? Okay, talking points for this evening's game, Rival Watch. So what have we spoken about a little bit earlier on, everybody? We've spoken about Sheffield United. We've spoken about Burnley and obviously Sunderland. So Sunderland playing tonight against Preston North End. Massive, massive game. Preston North End been in okay form recently. So you're looking at that and you're thinking, okay, all right, potential. A little bit of potential for Preston to get something there. No Joe Bellingham for the next 2 games as well, I believe. That's good. Really, really good news. Sheffield United getting that win last night. The jammy bastards. And this is what I'm saying. We have to sort our own business out. It's not all good doing what we did last season and turning around and going, oh, yeah, but it doesn't matter because, guess what, everybody? We beat Ipswich twice. We beat Leicester twice. We didn't go up. Didn't go up, did you? So it doesn't matter. I'm all about facts here, everybody. Did we go up? No. So none of it matters. None of it matters. So literally, you could get Sheffield United going on and beating pretty much every single team this season and getting promoted, but they lost to Leeds twice. Who gives a shit? Who cares? That's why you've got to stay in your own lane. You've got to stay looking at your own business. And for me, Leeds have just got to, you got to take that Sheffield United game. it doesn't matter. You know, I'm seeing it all on socials last night to Blunt's fans. Oh, yeah, well, we beat you. Well, what's it matter? What does it matter? It means nothing. Of course, it's 3 points, but right now they're above us. So we need to get back up there. And if we needed to learn something from last season, it's Ipswich and Leicester, them not beating us once and us beating them, obviously, 4 times overall. So lessons to be learnt there for me. Consistency away from home. I've mentioned this to you guys a lot. I think this needs to be something that, in a perfect season, Leeds need to improve on. They need to improve on the consistency away from home. Currently, we're looking at 3 draws away from home: Norwich, Sunderland, Norwich, and of course Bristol City. Bristol City wasn't acceptable for me. Kept getting told I was overreacting, and it was this, that, and the other, and you're having a meltdown. And as the positive brigade will come in, and they'll drove in, and they'll say the same thing all the time. If we had 3 losses and 3 draws, and we're still in the title promotion picture, and we're 12 points behind, still come in my chat and say, stop overreacting. And apparently that's the logistical way of looking at things. But guys, I was calling problems out last season very early on, as you guys know. And what happened? We didn't get promoted. So you have to be critical when criticism is due. And for me, the consistency, as was the problem at the back end of last season with 3 wins in 11, when I was getting told to calm down, when I was saying that wasn't good enough, that has to be ironed out at this point when it comes to the away form, of course. Different style. We've mentioned this previously as well. Point 3. A different style of opponent. Now, this lot are not going to be playing out from the back. We've all spoken about this. They're not going to be playing out from the back. They're going to be literally clipping the ball over the top. That is what we need to be looking at right now. And if they're clipping the ball over the top, how are Leeds going to deal with that? Maybe something a little bit different for for Zhao, what's going on? For Al Tanaka and Joe Rothwell to deal with that ball just being clipped over that midfield. How are they going to deal with that? The need for physicality, we've spoken about that before. And point 5 here, Illan Meslier. Massive, absolutely massive tonight, because they're going to target him 100% on these set pieces. They're going to target exactly what happened at the weekend. Juicy Jake Cooper getting on the end of it, 6'7", getting on the end of it, nodding the ball into the back of the net, and they're going to put it on Leeds' weakest point in this side, which is Illan Meslier. Leeds have got to deal with that, and he's got to deal with that. He's got to step up. Nonto, being the X factor, everybody, is something that we all need to look at as well for tonight, because they're going to target that as well as what we should be doing. Okay, so what else is going on in the world of the chat? Okay, Timmy's in the building. Positive Brigade checking in. Shout out to you, mate. And we are nearly on kickoff time. I can see John in the building. Let's win tonight's game for a speedy recovery for Richard. Yep, this is for Richard Roth. Shout out to you, my friend. And shout out to you, John, as always, mate. So, yeah, guys, we're going to be kicking off in just a second. If you guys haven't done this before as well, what you need to know is you just need to tune your timings up with my timings, and we can go together. I hope you've enjoyed the pre-match a little bit. We've been on live for about half an hour now, and bloody hell, it feels like we've been going for an absolute eternity. But I really appreciate all of your thoughts, and we're going to be here during half-time as well, as always. But yeah, everybody, make sure you're getting involved in this one. Look at this. Let's see if that is my timeline. Is my timeline any good? Let's have a look. Is it any good? And we're on 33 minutes. Look at that. Look when I refresh it. Look at the power. Look at the power that I have there. But yeah, as I say, everybody, make sure you're tuning in with this one. Slap a like on it. Let's go, Connor. March on together. Sing Ellen Road. Bat at. Don't know what that means, mate. Connor the man. Shout out to you, Alexander. Light show. We were really there. Cup for. Oh my God. Are they having a light show? I saw this on their Twitter. Light show. They won't be happy at that, They'll be raging at that. Millwall fans, they will hate that. They're not like us in many ways, but we're not dragging ourselves down to their level. But they are like us in a lot of ways, people. They really, really are. But make sure you're slapping a like on the video, everybody, before we get started. Lee Doughty is in charge. I'm going to slap this notification off on the old live score. Don't want that on. And we're gone, everyone. We're gone. Okay. So Leeds kicking From left to right, Joe Rodon on the ball, coming out of defence here, playing the ball into central midfield. Joel Peru's dropped deep as Leeds United come forward, and a misty, I'm telling you, everybody, it is cold in London. By God, Junior Firpo, it's great to see him back on the left, just intertwining there, interchanging with Willian Yonto as Leeds United in that beautiful crystal yellow kit. Take control of the game immediately. Millwall falling back into a back 11 behind the ball. Junior Firpo on the ball. Leeds just need to keep hold of the ball here. An early goal would be superb. It would be absolutely Susan Boyle. Absolutely fantastic. Superb. Subo. Joe Rothwell on the ball, spreading the ball out now to Joe Rodon, who receives the ball. Dan James, Jaden Bogle now on that inside as well. And just Leeds keeping possession here for the beginning of the match. Millwall haven't touched it yet, nearly a minute in. Out Tanaka. Joe Rodon. Tanaka again. Just dropping deep between that centre-back partnership, which we're used to at this moment in time. That's what we're seeing out with Tanaka and Rothwell. Just a little bit more Tanaka, but Rothwell as well. Just stepping inside that centre-back partnership as Leeds are dictating the ball at this moment in time. But what Millwall are doing immediately is they're pressing on the centre-backs, touching in Duncan Watmore here and Macaulay Langstaff. So they're just getting used to that trigger press here. But Leeds have just got to be very, very creative here. Very, very creative with, I don't know, if we've got a lack of creative players today. Maybe we have. I'd probably suggest so, with the lack of Ramazani. Jaden Bogle plays the ball forward. Really good ball there. Aronson making that run into the channel. Jake Cooper recovers it all the way back, and Leeds United get it again. So it's all Leeds, everybody. Absolutely all Leeds at the minute. I think they've had a couple of touches of the ball. Literally a couple of touches of the ball. It's not been a lot. So here we go. Tanaka plays the ball. Brendan Aronson. The only thing what we don't want this game to do is sort of replicate what we've maybe seen before in a couple of other games where Leeds have just had the ball, but not been able to penetrate. Millwall set up in a very, very structured press here, a structured framework, I should say. Leeds constantly going back to the back line here. It's going to be about someone being a little bit brave, taking the ball on the back foot and going at this structure. Anyway, Leeds coming forward for the first time here. Willian Yonto on that left-hand side. Plays the ball in. Where's the ball? Is it a corner? Yeah, Willian Yonto did well there. Darted to the byline. Unlucky. It seems to have gone out for a goal kick, I think. Just overran it. How do we pull Tanaka for that amount of money? I don't know, mate. Don't know. Yeah, good run by Willian Yonto there on the byline. Anyway, Leeds in the battle. Leeds win it. Aronson bounced off the ball. Millwall throw, I think. Oh, no, it's actually gone beyond the Leeds United line out of absolutely nowhere, and Leeds have recovered it well. Jaden Bogle, anyway, closed down by Duncan Watmore. Duncan Watmore wins the ball off Jaden Bogle, and Dan James recovers it, but it's a Millwall throw in the Leeds United half, exactly where they want it. But yeah, that's exactly what Millwall want. A little bit of a physical battle there to just make Leeds a little bit unrest and then to win the ball high. But yeah, there's no doubt about this, everybody. It's going to be one of our toughest games. 100%. Just not even on the basis of quality, because we should be winning the game, but just on the basis that they're just going to be so up for this. I think it's a sellout for them. They wanted it on the Saturday. They haven't got it on the Saturday. But yeah, it's a huge game for Leeds, this one. Massive game. Ball played forward. Leeds nearly winning it on that edge of the box here. Tanaka strolls the ball out wide. Firpo, 5 minutes in. Leeds just not able to get on that turn at the minute. It's very, very congested at Millwall. Very, very congested. Millwall pick it up. Leeds win it back. It's very itty and bitty, everybody. It's exactly how they'd want this game. Leeds struggling to get a foot on the ball at the minute. Millwall just, the ball's up in the air. It's physical. They're falling over. They're getting free. It's exactly what they want. It's exactly what you'd have told them to do. Free kick to Millwall because the referees are weak as piss as well. Millwall free kick. Ball going to be played in here. Oh, no, it's not. It's played out wide. Roman, SA. Ball played in. No. Leeds ball. It's an example of them winning their aerial threat, though, there. Just an example of them winning that aerial threat, which they've just got up just ahead there of Leeds United to the ball's just been flicked on back to Ilan Melee there. Willian Yonso. Oh, Willie. That's what I mean. Just those moments from Willian Yonso. Keeper's ball just got through there. Just a bad touch. Keeper's ball. Those moments which you get with Somerville, that bit of X factor. And we are comparing him to Somerville at the minute, I guess. Ball played high. Duncan Watmore wins it. It's a scrap, this. It really is a scrap. And Millwall have come out on top with it here. Leeds battling. Millwall win it again. Got to start getting a bit more control on this. I just think it's, you just know a Millwall game. We're all Leeds fans. We know exactly what a Millwall game and a frigging Neil Harris game is all about. Just those little percentages where it's going out for a throw-in. They're throwing themselves on the floor for a free kick. They're winning the set pieces. They're launching it in the box for a big man. The crowd just start going, no! We've seen it for the past 15 years. We've just got to start being a little bit more streetwise here and not let them get into the game. As I say, good run of form, but I'd have started Joseph for this 100%. Ball played forward. Millwall got it out wide here. Roman Essay. Overlap. Ball played in. Ball played in again. Oh, my God, nearly went in. Jesus Christ, ball over the top. I didn't even see it. Just a little bit inaccurate there. And they're getting into the game a bit now, everyone. We're not playing out from the back. Can we start fucking playing out from the back? We're just flustered again. We shouldn't be flustered with the quality that we have on the pitch when they apply a bit of a Millwall press. Come on, Leeds. Firpo wins his header. Where's the second ball? No second ball won, and here come Millwall again. Leonard, Cooper. Leonard again, Saville. Jake Cooper. We've got to start pressing a little bit higher. We're just letting them have the ball at the back. Tanganga plays the ball forward, and it's a Leeds goal kick. Look, it's what, we're 10 minutes into the game? Nearly 10 minutes into the game. Look, it's fine. But you can just tell, can't you, with Leeds in certain games? I always say this with Leeds, you can just tell. Just got to start upping that ante a little bit. Upping the ante a little bit. Yeah, we know Perot's first touch is abysmal. I've always said that, mate. Sugary goodness. It's always been the same. His first touch is abysmal. And that's why he has 5-6 touches, and that's why he slows Leeds' play down. But according to most fans, because he scores, that means that everything else is just ignored. Which it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be in a system-based team, which we are, So it's a Leeds throw. Then the pressing is really well. They're a fit team, Millwall. They look very fit. You ever seen as many flat caps, by the way? They always take the piss out of Northerners for wearing flat caps. Unbelievable down there. Bogle. Terrible return touch from Dan James, who then just kicks it at Bogle's heels and Millwall win it back. Lack of quality again from Dan James. He's got, not started this game well, Dan. Not started this game well. I mean, a simple throw-in and feet back. That is just standards. It's really basic standards, that. And we're not completing that at the minute. Leeds are not at the races so far, everyone. 10 minutes in. It's a Millwall throw. It doesn't look like we're really up for this one as of right now. Got to be better standards wise. I mean, I tell you what, the game down there last season, we started this game like a house on fire. And I get there in a better vein. We're probably in a worse vein personnel, especially when you look at that front four, quality wise, 100% we are. But here come Millwall again. Jayden Bogle makes a tackle, and it's not what you want. It's not. See, Jayden Bogle's gone in hard on a tackle there where he didn't need to do that. And by going in hard on the tackle, which I feel was just more for vibes, because he could have just actually probably controlled that ball and taken it beyond Duncan Watmore, he's actually slide tackled it out for a corner, which we don't want. Don't want this lot having corners. It's the bread and butter. It's how they scored at the weekend. So Leeds got to defend now. Well, it's looking a test for Leeds. It is looking a test. We've not started well here at all in terms of how quick we start games. But we know it's not a hallmark of our season anyway, is it? Ball played in. Leonard towards Cooper. Nodded in. It's nodded in, and it's got to the man, but Leeds have saved it. Can we break quickly here? Brendan Aronson. Nonso. Loses the fucking ball so easily. And Leeds give a free kick away. Guys, quite simply, so far it's been shit. It's been poor. They look quicker than us. They look sharper. They look an extra yard. Well, quicker. Very, very simple. William also gets the ball there. Sluggishly tries to cut inside, loses the ball. They get the ball back. Leeds are very sluggish on a press. They win a free kick. Look, we know how this goes. If you let them get on top, this is why I get frustrated with stuff like this. Because I say we should be winning the game with the quality that we have. Ball played in again, and they win that first contact again. So if we keep giving this away, if we keep giving these free kicks away, which I think we've given away about 4 or 5 right now already, we know what's happening. They're not good enough to play the ball out from the back. But if we let them play their game and we play into their game, Millwall will win this game, because they've proven this season that when they play to that standard, then they'll win the game. So we need to start imposing ourselves. Jayden Bogle now. William Yonto. Blocked. Really poor from William Yonto again. He's not had a good start. Neither is Jayden Bogle at all, who gives away another free kick. They're pressing on every touch. Now, what we do know with Leeds United is when we do play this way, teams struggle to carry on that press because, first 15 minutes, I remember Sheffield United doing it. First 15, they're on our touch immediately, every single time. But what's very noticeable about this game is we're not really that incessant on pressing their touch quickly. So maybe we're just, I don't know. I don't think Daniel Farke's Leeds United have ever been a pressy team anyway. But maybe he's just like, well, let them have the ball. But I just think that's a lack of impetus, really. El Tanaka. Beautiful on the ball again, plays the ball back. When Leeds have the centre-back options here that we do, and they're on the ball as much as they have, we have to be creating options for them. The midfield aren't creating angles at the minute. And that's not Tanaka, by the way, because Tanaka is splitting the 2 defenders. We need more from Rothwell and Aronson. We have to have more. They have to create angles for Joe Rodon, who has the ball now, and is having to pass the ball back to Tanaka, who's splitting the centre-backs, and then who inadvertently passes it to Stroud. We have to see angles from the front line. At the minute, it's very lateral and predictable. Firpo, good bit of play for Leeds at last. Nonso loses it again. As Millwall clear. Millwall clear again. Rodon. Firpo. Nonso, good position. Terrible ball. But Leeds still have it. Aronson, Rothwell kicks the ball nearly out for a throw-in. Look, come on, Leeds. This is poor. Come on. The passing, very, very sluggish. Nonso. Yeah, I know, Ryan. I know, mate. Strauk, Nonto. Yeah, the thing is, we're going down. We see this a lot with Leeds, and that's why I mentioned beforehand this is a Ramazani game, because we need almost. I feel with Daniel in a Daniel Farke system, at points you need that X factor. Tonight it's looking like we need that X factor. It might be one in off the arse or a special goal, but yeah, Bogle, poor flick. Dan James goes down in the box, and I don't know how the fucking hell the ref's given that the other way. Was that even a free kick? Dan James goes down in the box, but he's given it the other way. Let's have a look. It was McNamara. Awful touch by Bogle. It's not a foul, is it? It's not a foul. Dan James tried to get his leg around McNamara there and try to go for the penalty, but it didn't quite happen. But guys, as well, I've not said it as well. John, thank you so much for your donation, mate. Any donations, everybody, they mean the absolute world to me. I'm really putting my heart and soul into this channel, and I hope you guys, are seeing that and appreciating it. Anyway, Strout wins it. Millwall clear. Bogle. Leeds win it. Tanaka plays the ball out wide behind Willie Gnonto, but he retrieves it. Still pressed high. Junior Firpo goes inside. Joe Rothwell, who's been a bit quiet so far. Need to start seeing the midfield create a few angles in there. I'm not going to lie. Angles. I know it's difficult with them just sitting back, but we can't just have a game where the centre-backs have the ball for the majority of it. Dan James inside now. Peru. Dan James, better from Leeds. Much better. Dan James. Bogle. Ball played in. Better from Leeds. Better build-up. Not a great ball in from Bogle, but better build-up. Tanaka plays the ball back. Joe Rodon, can you go to Strauk? He does. Well done, because he's been pressed there by 2 Millwall forwards. Pascal Strauk, is if Leeds can create those sort of gaps again, and we have done, it's Willie Gnonto here. 1v1. Take him on, Willie. Come on. Brendan Harrison on the edge. Come on, do it. Brendan Harrison shot at goal. He needs to be better there, Brendan Harrison. He's in that position so much. We see it against Watford. We see it against Sheffield United. We see it a lot where he's in that position. It's a real fantastic opportunity there. Willie Gnonto pulls the ball back. Brendan's on the edge of the area, and he shifts it out from his feet, and he's shot on goal. We've seen it this season. It's near post, beyond that near post, beyond the far post. We need to start seeing him hit the back of the net. It's a really good opportunity as Leeds win another free kick. But this is much better from Leeds United, going on to 20 minutes here. Much better. Rothwell. Better. Leeds coming forward here. Junior Firpo. Plays the ball inside. Brendan Harrison. Bit of space here. Brendan Harrison. Can he play the right pass? Joel Peru. Fires on goal. Saved by the keeper. Better from Leeds. 2 shots on target. 2 shots in target. On target, which is decent for Leeds. Ball played. Oh, Gnonto. Gnonto. Oh, blocked off the line. Leeds corner. Sorry, that came up really, really quickly there, everybody. Really quickly. That had to be it. I thought that was it. Joe Rothwell. Ball in. Come on, Joe. How's he not scored? Ball in. Joe Rothwell. Oh. Won the header. Back post Tanaka. What we saying, everyone? Oh, my God. My God. I thought that was it. But Leeds are getting through them now, people. We're getting through them, which is good. Nearly 20 minutes gone. But we've got to start taking these opportunities, man. The amount of chances we have per game, like Plymouth. what is it, 25 shots on goal, 3 goals in 7 minutes. We've got to start being even more ruthless. The averages just aren't good with this team. Got to start being more ruthless in front of goal, people. But much better 5 from Leeds. Much better 5 as their keeper clears it. Leeds win it. It's all about these second balls because that's what they're absolutely begging on, these second balls. Perot wins it back. Here come Millwall on the right-hand side now. Langstaff, I think it is. Plays it inside. Roman Essay in the Leeds United box. Roman Essay. It's blocked and cleared, but he's offside. Good line from Leeds. Good line from Leeds. He's a bit of a danger man, his Essay. I thought he was going to slot it in there, to be fair. But good line from Leeds. It's good to see. Offside. Whew. Yeah, that's how I feel, Anthony, as well. It feels like when they're onside, one of their first shot will go in. Aronson, back to keeper. Melee. Rodon, come on, quicker. You don't need to fanny around it like that, Melee. Just does a ball roll and nobody's feigned by it at all. Nobody's bothered by his ball roll. And then he just kicks it out like 10 seconds later. Strauch anyway. Firpo and Nonto look very productive on that side, which is good. Tanaka splitting the 2 centre-backs. That's a feature now. I need to start seeing Joe Rothwell create a few angles, though, in that midfield. He's not creating enough angles. Aronson's running off. Rothwell's just kind of stood there. You don't need to stand there when Tanaka's standing there. Here he is. Rothwell, turn out. Switches. That's my man. That's my boy, Rothwell. Unlucky. I like that. Lovely switch ball there. It was going straight onto Bogle's feet, but it was intercepted by Danny McNamara there. Bogle with the throw. A bit of a shaky start, Jayden Bogle, I should say, I feel. Bogle again. Poor again. It's not a good start. Tanaka. Firpo. But Leeds we just need one of these to go in. One in sort of like the half chances to go in, really. Nonto skips past his man here on the left. Have we got a free kick there? Well done, Willie Nonto. He's done really, really well there. Really, really well against Ryan Leonard. Skip past him. You've got like a centre midfielder who's like a hybrid there, into a right back sort of thing. I mean, it didn't even look like a foul, that, to be fair, but yeah, just got to be better there. Got to be better. As Ryan Leonard, that was really good from Willie Nonto. Okay, set piece for Leeds United here. 23 minutes gone. Ball to be played into the box. Joe Rothwell. Make sure you're slapping a like on the video as well, everybody, please. Rothwell, good ball in, lad. It is a good ball. No, it's not. It's not. Sorry, it's not a good ball. It's a terrible ball by Joe Rothwell. There's absolutely no chance any sort of Leeds players glancing on that. It's straight into the keeper's hands. It's poor from Joe Rothwell. Actually, really poor. He's not had a good start, Rothwell, here. He's not. Apart from a switch ball, which was not knocked out of play, it's not been good enough. Standards that have been set. Bogle does well. Tanaka wins it. Brendan Harrison, good little switch. Bogle. Harrison. Plays it back. Come on, Leeds. Let's go forward. It is congested, but need a bit of movement. Joel Peru is not moving. Move, Joel. Firpo. Oh, nearly a lovely little switch from Nonto there. Who is you can tell tonight, is the one that we get something from. It is Nonto. It sounds pretty obvious, but for you guys who question him and all this sort of stuff all the time, it is him. It is him. Because what you're getting from James and what you're getting from Aronson is work rate, which we know, but there's that star quality, which he has. Don't know why they're showing this essay chance again. I mean, they didn't even have a shot. Why are we showing that LUTV? Okay, great. Yeah, fantastic. Anyway, let's move on. Tanaka. Good little turn. Aronson, Rothwell, Aronson, Tanaka in very short spaces here. Need movement. Good ball from Tanaka. Firpo, wide left. Good ball. Aronson on that run again. Or is it Rothwell? It is Rothwell. Nonto coming inside. Aronson does well. Good turn of space. Pass it. Bogle. It's a shit touch again. He's had such a poor start. In a really good position for Leeds to do something there. Aronson did so well. And Bogle, awful touch. And Millwall come away with it. My God, Jaden Bogle, wake up. Sluggish start from Jaden. Really good position there. Little 1-2 potentially. And it's bobbled off him in a very, very uncompromising situation. Jake Cooper. My God, what a chance that was. The whole Leeds team was up the pitch there. Leeds kick. Yeah, I'll sort that out, brothers. I'll sort that out. I'll sort that out, mate. No, I've wrecked it. Damn. Thought I had it there. Hold on. Just going to sort this timer. Leeds play out from the back. That is not the timer, guys, by the way. Honestly, when you have this on a stream and the stream keeps changing, it is a nightmare. It really is. But I'll sort this for you guys. Hold on. There you go, mate. That's where I'm on. Bogle. Burpo. Perot. Oh, his touch is... Honestly, Nonto's ran beyond the fullback for a 1-2. He's ran beyond the fullback for a 1-2, and Perot's taken 6 touches. Firpo. Aronson. Aronson still. Pass it, Brandon. Goes back to the keeper. Nearly. Really good bit of space here. Tanaka. Lovely ball out wide. Come on, Jaden. Produce something a bit different. It's not Jaden Bogle. It's actually Dan James. Dan James. Corner Leeds. Come on. Come on now. I'm going to say come on, but it's Leeds and corners, isn't it? Come on, man. Come on. Not bad, mate. Not bad. Could be better. Ball in. Rothwell. Awful. Awful ball in, but Leeds kind of still have it. We've run across the front man. Joe Rothwell again, Leeds corner. It's got to be better than that, Joe. To be fair, though, if we were running across the front man there, it was actually a good ball in because Joe Rodon actually interpreted that quite well. Staggeringly, he went across the front man, which was good. But it is a Leeds corner. Rothwell again. Ball in. I think Leeds actually won that, but it's gone afar. Rothwell again. Leeds recover it well. Rodon, let's get forward. He's done well there with his feet. Dan James, fantastic pass, Honeyman. Good ball in. No. It's a really bad ball in. Dan James from such fantastic quick feet there to get past Honeyman. It's a really bad ball in, straight to the keeper. That's what you get with Dan James every now and again. Bless him. Yeah, he is off the pace, back of the net. I agree. I completely agree. He really is. Ball in. Oh, Dan James had got behind Perot, man. Oh, thought we had him there. Thought we had him there. Ball was played in behind. Dan James nearly got there. Ball played out. McNamara. I think they'll be quite happy with this, though. Bogle kind of wins it, semi-wins it, at least forces Millwall back. Makes a really weird chip ball and Leeds win it here. Leeds are in possession here. And look, we've had a few opportunities. I don't know if we've had clear-cut chances. That Nonto one was probably the best one we've had, to be honest. Strout. Rodon. Tanaka. Lovely turn. Brilliant from Tanaka in that pocket. But Aronson just can't get his feet sorted out. Tanaka again, who, oh my God, roofs it out for a throw-in. Flipping out. Yeah. Nonso. Firpo. Nonso plays it back. Joe Rodon. Come on, Leeds. I mean, we've not really had a chance, have we, so far? Rothwell, 30 minutes in. Bogle. They've defended well. Aronson, but we need to keep moving him around. Dan James. Ball in. Cut out again. This is the thing. We've got to be so crisp when you've got a team who are just not moving out of that defensive block. Willie Nonso now isolated against Ryan Lennon. He's got to beat him. He's gone inside. Nonso. Firpo. And then we killed the angle. Angle's dead. And Leeds give away a fucking stupid foul. What's Firpo doing there? What is Firpo doing? Plays the ball blind to Pascal. So he said, what is he doing? It's all Firpo's fault. Like, he's just murdered that attack. I mean, the thing is, Firpo got the ball there and went safety anyway. He decided to go all the way back when Willie Nonso put him in a really good position to at least get... Firpo doesn't really take the man on. Have you ever noticed that, people? He doesn't take the man on. He'll just look for 1-2s. He never actually directly takes on a man. And I think if he added that to his game, because I do think Jayden Bogle does that, I think he'll kick it beyond the man or try run. Firpo doesn't do that. As Pascal Strout gets it clear. You know, you can't just rely on Willie Nonso to be taking on the man and you to be overlapping. It's got to be more than that. There's got to be more variation. Rodon wins it again. And Leeds give it back away again. There's not enough quality on the pitch today, I don't think. Oh, and here come Millwall. Leeds come away with it. Little transitional bit. Oh, man. Kick it against Ryan. Ryan Leonard's doing okay, to be fair. He's doing all right. He's doing all right, Ryan Leonard, against Nonso. A couple of times when it's 1v1, I think, Nonso's got him, but we're not testing him enough. John likes to see Firpo do. Use his right foot, so he can instep and play the ball to the central midfielders, but he's constantly using his left foot, so he constantly has to go back to the fullbacks. That's a little bit of tactical nous there. When the fullbacks have the ball, they need to start using their weaker foot. So Firpo's on the ball now. Use your right foot so you can involve Tanaka. There we go. Did we see that? Did we see that? Use your weak foot so you can involve the central midfielders. We don't do that enough. And that's Bogle as well, using his left foot on that side. Talking of which, Jayden Bogle. There you go. Taking a man on. Well done. Jayden Bogle takes another man on. Plays the ball in. Who's there on the edge? Aronson, Rothwell, I'm begging you. Someone put the ball in the back of the net, lads. Bogle did so well. Best moment of the game from Jayden. Takes two men on, which we were crying for. Plays it back pretty much on the penalty spot. No one there. No one there to put the ball in the back of the net. Where are we taking up our positions? Where's Aronson? Where is Rothwell to slide that in? Got to start seeing more production from Rothwell and Tanaka, actually, when it comes to goals. But also, Brendan Aronson, I know he's done okay this season, but you've got to be there, fella. In games like this, we've got to start taking their breath away with moments like that. Tanaka, Rodon. There's one team in this, by the way. They've not got out the half, but they've had 2 or 3 spells. That's it. But we've got to start doing more Leeds production-wise. Bogle, his best moment of the game just happened. Aronson, Tanaka, Aronson. Don't go back. They've fucking gone back. Mind my language. We've got enough to play forward. Just trust your man in front of you. But we just play the percentages, which I get works the majority of the time, but we're good enough. And it allows Millwall to get up the pitch. Rodon, Rothwell, Aronson loses it. This is what I mean when we go back. That's what I mean when we go back. And you give them the opportunity to press up the pitch. And they're just going to go down and get fouls all day, aren't they? Leeds win it back. Well done. Tanaka. Lovely. Transitional here. Real transitional moment as Tanaka's hacked down. Firpo, ball forward. It's an awful ball forward. Junior Firpo has an opportunity again. He's going to step back again, isn't he? Firpo. Perot. Joe Rothwell lines it up. He's not. Joe Rothwell's 40 yards out there and goes for an effort. Tanaka. Stroke. Nonso against Leonard. Leonard's done well, you know, and he's won a foul. Nonso's getting petulant again. You know, he's laughing at the referee and stuff like that. It's one of... See, do you remember with Cree? With Cree, where he'd like give a foul away to get his head down and he'd get up. Next time, he'd just murder him. He'd murder the fullback. Leonard's doing all right against Nonso tonight. And do you know what Dan said in his preview? He said in his preview, and that's just an obvious, disgusting fall over. And the irony was what Dan was saying as well in the preview, everybody. He was saying, oh, yeah, Nonso falling over all the time. I've seen Leonard fall over 3 times already. But Nonso against Leonard, there should be one winner in that. Really, shouldn't they? There should be one winner there. You've got a central midfielder, a lower league player who's been transitioning to a right back, and Leonard's definitely got the better of him right now. Anyway, Leeds have it. Rothwell. I mean, you got to see a yellow card there, man. Tanganga's just pretty much volleyed over. No, and the ref's told Tanganga to calm down. That's helpful. Tanganga was just rushed from centre-back to get Aronson and just steamrolls over him. I mean, it's a yellow card, but the ref won't give it, of course. Leeds have got 38 minutes in. Get some fans saying, it's too early to be criticising. Got to be better. Rothwell. Firpo. Nonso. Better. Ball forward. We're just not getting through the lines, people. We're not getting through the lines. It's blocked off again. Harris has set them up really well, which we expected, but we should be good enough. I mean, you've got George Honeyman leading the line right now. We should be more than good enough to break through this lot. And they come away with it again. SA. Leeds win it. And the dickhead gives a foul again. Mind my language. Yeah, it does, Vincent. It does me, mate. It does me. I miss Cree, you know. Nonso's doing my head in. Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, we do. We need to pull our finger out. I can see a lot of you guys saying we're by far the better team, but it don't matter. It don't really matter at the moment. Don't really matter. Sick of tappy side football. We need more invention here, mate. And once again, Millwall put the ball in the box. Cooper wins it. 1-0 Millwall. 1-0 Millwall. So let me talk you exactly through what just happened. That's not fucking it. I wish it was it. Yeah, Millwall's right down on my score card because I didn't expect that. So what's happened there is exactly what we knew what would happen. Leeds give away a foul, or the referee's not strong enough to not give away the foul. They've gone to the other end. Obviously, they've won a free kick in our half. We've not won the first ball. Jake Cooper's won it again. We don't look like we're doubling up on him. It looks like it's man for man there for some reason. When you double up on him, it makes his job even harder. William Johnson's got the ball here. Is there an instant response from Leeds United? Is the fuck? It's a corner to Leeds, which might as well be a goal kick. And that's Ryan Leonard again, by the way. And they've won the second ball, and you've just got a bunch of Leeds players just staring at the ball. So you've got about 4 Leeds players, including Firpo, Dan James, Rothwell, staring at the ball. Tanganga gets in and puts the ball in the back of the net. They win the second ball. So they win the first, then they win the second. So it's as if we're not working on set pieces. It's weird. It's weird, isn't it? Because that's all Millwall frigging do, but we don't work on those set pieces. It's crazy. Double up on Jake Cooper. It's mental. We said it in the preview. The opposition fans said it in the preview, but apparently Daniel Farker and the gang at Leeds don't know that we should be doubling up on their biggest player. Doesn't matter. And we don't win the second ball either, which is down to the players. Friggin' hell. 1-0. Unbelievable. Ball in. Leeds knock it on. Of course, we don't friggin' win anything. Goal kick to Millwall. So well done, Leeds. So we've got it all to do now. And then they're feigning on the floor. They're falling on the floor. And they're going to be doing this throughout the whole game. So this is now going to be an entire occasion. I don't care if you come on here and say it's negative. I predicted it. You just know this shit is going to happen with this lot. Why are we not winning the first ball, the first header there, the first connection with Jake Cooper for that goal? And if you're not winning the first header, don't 4 of you stand and watch it as Tanganga runs onto the ball and knocks it in the back of the net. Don't do that. Now, I thought we were too good to do that, but apparently we're not. Apparently we're not too good to do that. So now we've got to have some real moments because we've dominated this first half, but we've not done anything. We've not done anything. So now we're going to have to do something, and then we're going to have to do something again. Not good enough. Not good enough. To be honest, lads, I don't even know. I need to see the goal again. But just basic standards. Basic standards. If you're not going to win the first one, win your second one. Win your second one. And you're not going to rely on the championship referees, so you create your own luck. Simple. You create your own frigging luck by putting the ball in the back of the net. I said I didn't want to draw in this game. Nonso. Can we do something? Ball through. Now we fuck it up again. Where's Perot in this half? Where's Perot been, man? Where is Perot been? Go to a front 2. Do something. I want to win this game. Dan James gets fouled. That's a booking, and it's a free kick to Leeds United. It's a booking. What more? Chesney, Angry Ginge should be in the booking there. Is he in the book? Is he in the book? I've lost my head momentarily, everybody. I cannot believe, or can believe it. That is the goal that we've been conceding to Millwall for 15 years down at the Den. 15 years. And we go down there and do it again. Why do we not learn? We had an anomaly last year, didn't we? An absolute anomaly. And Millwall do it again. 1-0 Millwall, which has been their past 5 results. Can we just go down to Millwall and not concede a set piece? That'd be nice. And just take our chances. Rothwell on the free kick. Can we get a response for half-time? Ball played in. No. Terrible again. And Millwall come away with it. How's this happened? Ball played through. Bogle wins it. Who's now going back to Melia. I need to see that goal again, lads and lasses, for Melia. I need to see it again. I might lose my head at half-time if he's just... Some of you were saying hologram. I need to see the goal again. I was losing my mind. And how many... 1 minute added on. See, that was Millwall at Ellen Road. There'd be 4 minutes added on. But this is Leeds, man. This is Leeds. It's nothing to do. As we've heard so much in the chat, Leeds will stop Leeds in games like this, and we've not been good enough. How can you go from Plymouth to this? The standard of performance, it's not on the same level. I get Millwall are a better team. I understand that. They're set up better. But the moments that we've had, even in this game, we've not been good enough. Not been crisp enough. The passing hasn't been good enough. Angles aren't good enough from midfield. We're not going at their fullbacks enough. We're just cutting inside and giving it back to the centre-backs, waiting for something majestic to happen. Joel Peru's not had a touch. How many touches has Peru had in the opposition box? None. Firpo ball in, headed out. Again, can we do something different? What's the point in putting the ball in the box with Perot in there against Jake Cooper? What's the point? Firpo. Aronson loses it. Terrible first half. A terrible conclusion to the first half. Garbage. And Tanganga from a set piece. Wow, how predictable. And guess who got the first one? Oh, yeah, was it by any chance Jake Cooper who won the first nod in? Of course it was. Same thing at their place all the time. I need to, and that is true, Timmy. That is true, mate. And I need to have a look at this. I need to see this goal again. Because if it is Melee, you know, I'm saying that as if I've got something. I mean, we just know he's an average Joe anyway. So if it is Melee, it won't surprise me. That looked like it was in the corner, to be fair. Look, guys, you're never going to get any favors from him. You're not going to get any favors from Ilan Melee. So don't be thinking that you're going to get any favors from Ilan Melee. You keep the ball away from Ilan Melee. That's what you've got to do as a team. And people can call you negative all that they want because they live in echo chambers. But at the end of the day, Ilan Melee is the outlier to this side. Now, let's have a quick look at this. Now, 0.2 XG for Millwall, 25% possession, which pretty much mirrors exactly what Leeds had with Plymouth at the weekend when it was about, I think it was 78 possession for us, 22% possession for them, right? 5 shots, 6 shots. They've had more shots on target. We've done nothing. We've done absolutely nothing. But Leeds have had triple the passes that Millwall have had, which is great, but we're not doing anything. They've sat back and thought, all right, well, come on to us then. And we've not been able to do it. And the stats tell you all you need to know. All you need to know. But how dominant we've been, you'll all probably turn around and say, well, Connor, look at that half, mate. Are you joking? Are you joking, Connor? Look at that half. How can you not think we're dominant? Look at the stats. We kept the ball. 6 shots against 5. 3 shots against 2. And the big factor is up there, isn't it? It's right there. Right there. Not good enough. Nowhere near good enough. And you all know, even if you're in here going, oh, calm down, you're having a meltdown. No, I'm not. Even if you're in here and you're the most positive Leeds fan, you know that isn't good enough. And you know, for Leeds United to concede a set piece, which was so basic, a simple, lofted ball in from a central position to Jake Cooper, where you've not doubled up on him. Every team has doubled up on Jake Cooper this season. We don't do it because we're too good, apparently. We don't double up on him. He wins that first connection. And then you've got 4 Leeds players stood watching Tanganga as he gets that second connection. If you don't win the first connection, frigging win that second. And we haven't done it. So frustrating. Anyway, get your comments in the section below, everybody. I'm fascinated to hear what you guys say on this one. But it's nowhere near good enough, this. Stats mean nothing without a result. Perot and Aronson absent in this half. This is what this is what I keep trying to say, and I keep getting shot down with Perot has 4 goals. I understand that, but we all watch football games, right? We all watch football. I'm not saying Matteo Joseph is the second coming of Jesus Christ. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is Matteo Joseph, if you're not going to start him in a front 2 when they're the most productive, okay, but you could do that. But if you're not going to do that, against Jake Cooper and against Tanganga, you're probably going to get more production from a guy who is going to run them ragged, run into the channels, drop deep to create the ball, has a better first touch than Joel Peru, benefiting the overall system. The problem is all people look at is goals. That's it. And it's not like Peru's prolific right now. In games like today, I could tell you at 2 p.m. today, he was going to have an off game. And I did. And I did. I said it online. And Peru might come and prove me wrong in the second half and put 2 in the back of it. And I hope he does. I think he scored twice against them last season, didn't he? But The issue is he doesn't create, for me, enough space when there's a little bit of a low block. When there's a bit of a low block, I understand it's difficult for the striker, but you've at least got to get yourself into that channel. Get yourself into that channel. Create a little bit of space for someone like Brendan Harrison, for someone like William Yonto to get inside, because the centre-back's going to follow you. Do something. Don't just stand in that central space on the centre-back's toes. That's going to do you nothing. It's going to do you absolutely nothing. It hasn't done him anything. I would love to see a stat on how many touches he's had in the opposition half. I don't think it's been a lot. Nonto against Leonard is probably the best chance we've got. The irritating thing is, everybody, do you find this annoying? It really irritates me how you can predict these things. We knew it was going to be William Yonto or bust probably tonight, because that's our X factor. But you think maybe we've got a different sort of game plan, which is maybe going to involve Dan James a little bit more. It's going to, there's going to be something else which is going to win us the game. Maybe a set piece, something else. But it's just so predictable how Leeds are playing. It's all down Firpo. It's all down Nonto's side. Occasionally Dan James, but that's it. Aaronson's having another off game. Perot's having an off game. We can almost script these substitutions in certain games. And that's why in certain games, for me, you have to play Matteo Joseph. Put that pride aside. Just look beyond the goals. Is it going to improve the overall system playing a certain player? Yes. In certain games, yes. Styles make fights. Styles make football games as well. Oh, man. Shelley says, we're always at our best when we're moving the ball forward quickly. Teams can't handle us, yet we're playing so lethargically. Do you know what I think it is, Shelley? I think it genuinely is. Teams, when they sit back against us, we think to ourselves, we're terrified to lose the ball. So we're terrified to give up possession. But you've got to give up possession to risk. The risk versus reward. Take a man on. Play a risky pass. You've seen Tanaka try and do it in the first half. But the problem is, Leeds are too sort of almost indoctrinated and systematic. There's a systematic imprint to just play the ball back and play the ball laterally to just keep possession. And I get that's going to open up gaps. But what if it doesn't? Like it didn't against Burnley. Like it's not doing so far this evening. And we find ourselves 1-0 down. The most frustrating part about that, I have to say, is their goal. That is a joke. That is a joke that's gone in. The one thing that Millwall are going to do, they've done it at the frigging weekend. The one thing they're going to do is put the ball in to who? Jake Cooper. Frigging double up on him. Double up on him and win the second ball if you've not won the first ball. 4 Leeds players stood watching Tanganga run onto it. It's not good enough. Let's have a look at this again. Cooper wins it, and I mean, it's unbelievable. Firpo just stood there. Pascal stood there. You've got to win that. You've got to win it. You've got to want it. Tanganga wanted it more. And that's how Millwall win tonight, everybody. They want it more. Leeds have got to want it more. Tanganga wins it up against Rodon, who doesn't, Rodon doesn't even get off the ground. You get Bogle veering over to him and trying to jump for it. They're not doubled up on him, though. But Rodon didn't even get off the ground, people. Rodon didn't even get off the ground. Dr. Peppermoop says, calm down. Still have a half to go. Have a bit of faith until the last whistle. Can we just analyse the game, though, Doctor? Are we all right to do that? Are we all right to just analyse the game? Is that okay? Or do you want me to sit here like in mute and just go, it's great. It's the best thing ever. We're Leeds United. We keep going till the death. Got to analyse it a little bit, mate. What needs to be improved? What's not good enough? And we'll give praise when praise is right. Okay, mate? We always do that on this channel. You can go to other channels, mate, if you just want to hear praise consistently. This is level-headed. This is analysis of which you guys are providing as well. And I've seen throughout the watch along, you guys have been giving me as well. We need to call this sort of stuff out. It's not been good enough by Leeds United. How do we improve it? We just go back to our normal standards. But the manager can change this up as well. We all know this. You can go Pro. You can go Joseph as a front two. Of course you can. You can definitely do that, and he's done that before. But we've got to start moving the ball quicker. We've got to start seeing a little bit more risk. We've got to start seeing Leeds being a bit braver. That was my title for a Patreon video we did. A Patreon video we did where it's all about being brave. You've got to be brave in these situations. Get a strike off when you want. Joe Rothwell, mate, had a strike in that first half, midway through. I didn't want him to take it on, but he took it on. I thought to myself, do you know what? At least he's had a go. At least someone's having a go. Right now, we're so predictable. We're so predictable. So it's got to be better right now. I hope and I think we will be better second half, but we have seen this pattern a little bit, haven't we? A little bit, a little bit into this pattern, haven't we, sometimes when we can't quite get our rhythm. Oh, my God, everybody. My God. Let's have a look. Connor, you can say about analysis, but we know saying run down the line is all well and good in the actual game, but that won't work when they're so deep. So he's saying things that I've not said just run down the line ever. Ben, you've been here for 2 seconds then, mate. I've not just said run down the line. So don't sort of reduce it to that, because it's not that, mate. And I find that quite offensive if you've been here and you've just said that. Oops. Yeah, I thought some Sheffield United fans would be here, to be honest. Do you see us coming back from this? I do, mate. Yeah, I can see us coming back. We've got more than enough to come back from it. This is not good enough from Leeds United. It's simply not good enough. We're not at our standards, and this is my worry away from home. It's my worry away from home. But there's constant excuses away from home. It's a good point. Weren't at the races today. We're in a really good look. Where we are right now is a good position. Leeds need to be on a 2 points per game average. We start doing stuff like this away from home consistently, which would be 3 draws and a loss or a draw. It's not 2 points per game. It's not. So, look, all second half to go, but we need to improve, don't we? And that's my frustration. The fact we haven't started the game quickly, everybody. That's my frustration, that we've let a goal in like that, which is so scripted when it comes to Millwall. It's unbelievable. That's my frustration. It's not been overtly negative. It's looking at it and thinking, really, Leeds? Really? So, yeah, 100% I can see us coming back from this, but we've got to improve drastically. Let's have a look. Do we not have enough creative minds to break our predictability? I won't say so. Pro shouldn't be starting. Need to beat their tackles and they will start fouling. Let's have a look. Lee says, will Farker make some subs though? Same old and not been pragmatic. Pro has just been like a lost puppy all night. The thing is, look, overall, very, very winnable game. Very winnable game tonight. And I predicted us to win the game 2-1. That 2-1 is still on. It is still on. And we're still right within this. But this is what I mean, everyone. It's not even that first half. Just for me, simply wasn't good enough. It simply wasn't good enough. So can the second half be completely different? Can you see Leeds peppering their goal? Can you see Leeds with something different? Can you see Leeds increasing the tempo? Can you see Rothwell providing angles a little bit in that midfield? Can you see Brendan Aronson being a bit more economical and efficient on the ball? Can you see Dan James beating the fullback a little bit more? Can you see Ryan Leonard struggling to deal with Willie Gnonto, inverting and putting that ball on his right foot? Can you see Willie Gnonto combining a little bit more with Joel Pereau if Joel Pereau spins off the centre-back and looks for 1-2s with him? All of these things can improve. Can you see an improvement for Leeds United if we have Pereau and Joseph up front, and we have that combination of which, when those two have worked together, that's when Leeds have produced their most efficient output when it comes to either one of them starting. Well, you start them both together or you play them both together, then Leeds are much better. The output's much better. So we can do that. There's a lot more that can change in this first half. I personally think that Jayden Bogle's not had a great half, but he came into it a little bit more. And when he came into it a little bit more, you saw him taking on his man, and he played a lovely ball onto the penalty spot. Who was there? No one. Got to start being a little bit more economical in these positions, everybody. But there are loads of things Leeds can improve on. 100% in that first half. But as Oybab said there, too many underperformers. I know he's mentioned Willie Gnonto there, but too many underperformers. Ronnie Kipperin said, like you said earlier, Ramazani would have been great for this game. Yeah, mate, he'd have been perfect. But do you know what, mate? Do you know what, Lee? It's not good enough. Mark said, here we go, Farker Brigade standing out. Mark, I know you're big on the players. Look, we're speaking about the players underperforming. I don't think this is on Daniel Farker. He's picked the exact same team, barring, is it Bogle that's come in? Bogle that's come in for Byram that played against Plymouth. They've got to perform. No comment on ref. I think it's the worst this season. The thing is, mate, CB, if you rely on this lot, these referees, there's no point, mate. You just give up because it's like this every single weekend, mate. Every single weekend, every single weekday, you know what's coming. So I don't see the point. But second half, let's hope that we can get back in the game. We can get a couple of goals, 2 or 3 goals, and we'll wait and see what happens, eh? We'll wait and see what happens. Let's get this halftime graphic off, and we'll get you off again, everybody. We'll get going. That is definitely not the time. Let me just rejig that. Oh, man. Right. Better Leeds, better half. I'm still going with the 2-1. Still going with the 2-1. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, everyone. I'm still going with the 2-1 Leeds. I still believe. I'm just so pissed off with how we've let that happen in the first half. Not good enough by our standards. But I still believe I'm still going to go with the 2-1 Leeds win. George Saville to take the kick. Stick around, everybody, for the instant match reaction as well, which will be on immediately after this. And we're getting going. There we go on the timeline. Oh, man. Slap a like on the video as well, as always, everyone. Going 2-1 Millwall. They're going to park the bus 1-0. Quick goal, 3-1. Yeah, I still think we're going to win this game. I still think we're going to win. Jaden Bogle on the right. Ball in. Aronson. The thing is, when a team sits in a low block, you have to be so much crisper. You have to be so much crisper because any mistake, any pass that just goes like sort of a yard, well, even like half a yard left or half a yard right, they're just going to pick up because they're in a low block as well. And they're probably going to win the second ball as well because there's 90 of them behind the ball. Junior Firpo. But we've got to be quicker. That's the thing with the low block, isn't it? And you get a good one. Came up against a good one in Burnley. A good one just keeps you out. And that's all they're going to do. They're going to play for fouls as well. But Leeds have got to be quicker. Much better now. Much better. Aronson. Ball in. Oh, my God. He's got to score. Better from Leeds. Willie Nonso's got to score. Brilliant football. Tempo. Much better than the first half. Brilliant from Leeds. One-touch football. Ball played in by Brendan Aronson. Excellent ball in. Willie Nelson's got to score. Runs across his man. Sorry, he's got to score. Oh, he's got to hit the target at least. Glances it with a header over the bar. Should be 1-1. This is the thing with Nonso. There's a fair few chances per game for Willie. Has to be better there for me. Should be 1-1. Yeah, Paul, I'm trying not to delve into it, mate. Anyway, Leeds dominant again. Junior Firpo. Running forward, much better. Perot. But brilliant from Joel Perot. William Nonso on this left-hand side. Got to be quicker. He's killed the angle there. He's absolutely killed the angle, and the referee's given a corner to Leeds when it really should be a free kick. Tanganga on Junior Firpo. I mean, it's a foul. It's a foul all day. It's a foul all day, but he's not giving it. Should be a free kick to Leeds, but it's a corner anyway, in pretty much the same position. Oh, come on, Leeds. Rothwell on the corner. Ball in. Oops, a short. Okay, I didn't mind that. It was a short corner. Low on the ground, but Leeds didn't manage to get to it. I mean, we're all over them again. Leeds win it. Melee. Road on. It's got to be a quick goal for me, this. We've got to get one quick. Or it's got a draw written all over it. Maybe not even a draw. Maybe that's too ambitious. Pascal. Firpo. Quicker. It's got to be quicker out to Dan James. Just taking his time. Leeds win a free kick. Well done, Dan James. That's one thing he's good at. He's brought that Premier League down with him in terms of winning free kicks. Firpo on the overlap. Awful ball from Brendan Aronson. Leeds win it back, though. Brendan Aronson this time. Nonso. Passing it back. We're going too far back here. Got to start penetrating them a little bit more. We're going all the way. They're pushing us back here. And the attack's just sort of been quelled a little bit. Strout. Take on a man. Dan James is on the left-hand side now. The switch side, Willie Nonso. He's going to go for it, isn't he? I knew he'd do that. Oh, keeper saves it. Yeah. Yeah, I knew Dan James would do that. Not a bad effort, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, I was saying first half. I was just saying just get a shot off. So fair play, Dan. Fair play. Hashtag Brady reference there for all you lot. Penetrating, that's it. Yeah, I agree, Jonathan. It's a good start from Leeds, but anyway, Millwall come away with it. It's George Saville. Ball played in. Corner. Corner to Millwall. Macaulay Langstaff wins it, I think. So can we double up on Jake Cooper this time and can we win the second ball? That'd be great. And there's a Millwall player on the floor. Is it Jake Cooper of 6'7"? Get up, you stupid. You know what? 6'7". Get a grip. Oh, Willie Nonso's pushed Jake Cooper to the ground. The smallest player on the pitch has pushed the tallest player on the pitch. And now we're getting 4 LUTV highlights of that, which is good. They're pinning Elan Melee here. The referee won't do anything about it. And they're taking their sweet time. This is just, I hate this league. I hate this league, man. Ball in. It's another corner. It's been kept in, actually, by George Saville. Leeds charge it down. Or Firpo charges it down. It's a throw-in. It's just very similar. It was a good start from Leeds, but these like half chances, we've got to put them away. We've got to put them away. I don't really know what else to say. As I say, 0.4 XG from that first half. We've got to start creating more. We're not really doing anything. And we're getting dragged into their game again, as we always have done in the past 15 years. Long throw coming in. Again. Ball in. I don't know where the ball is. Leeds kick. We've got to move it quicker. Move it. I like to move it. Can we quicker? Strout. Road on. Back to Strout. Come on, let's see a bit of movement in front of him. Can we please? Perot, man, has not even touched the ball, has he? Nice little link up, to be fair, with him. Firpo. It's long, everyone, this. It is long. It's tough. It's a bit of a tough watch, can't lie. Leeds aren't drastically bad. We're just not creating anything. Not creating anything. Ryan Leonard. 1-0 Millwall again. This is going to be about the 4th result in a row where they've got 1-0 Millwall if it carries on. Tanaka. This is just it's a good low block, but I'm just not having it, guys. I'm not having it with what we've got on the pitch. I don't care if we've got players out. Look what we've got on the pitch. Should be able to do more. Firpo. Quicker. No. Go. See, Firpo there basically had an opportunity to pass it to the central midfielder with his right foot and would have been up the pitch a little bit more relaxed to go back to Pascal Strout. This is what I mean. Safety's on. Brilliant from Bogle. Really well played. Aronson picks it up. Dan James. Still just, mind my language. Just not getting through. Corner Leeds. I didn't mind last time that we had the drilled option where it went to the edge of the box, but it feels like we've got to do something similar right now because that option of just playing it into the box is just not working. The thing is, Millwall don't even look like a tall team. It's not like Millwall's of previous. It really isn't. Joe Rothwell, anyway. Ball in. Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Not Leeds not even competing with that. Aronson. All the way back we go. All the way back to Ilan Bellet. It's a shit show, Leeds from corners. We're a shit show from corners. I don't care if we score against Sheffield United. The fact that we've gone back to Ilan Bellet when we need a goal from a corner, it's just... Apparently we work on them as well. Do you remember that American model that we're apparently working with? Rothwell. Tanaka. Firpo. Good ball. Better. Peru. Loses it. Firpo picks it up. Nonso. Looking for someone in the box, but there's no one there, so he's going to have to invert and probably shoot. Does well. Bogle, but we're just going side to side here. Bogle again. Nonso. And Leeds lose it. There's no creation. There's no innovation. There's nothing, people. There's nothing. We're looking at Willian. It's so predictable, our plan for this game. And then they go down, and the ref fucking gives it. The most embarrassing decision I've seen in this game. And he tells Leeds players to calm down. The Millwall player has literally just done, as we see, this is what he's done. Ball's come to him, and he's thought, I can't go anywhere here. So genuinely, ball's on the floor, and he's just gone. That's what he's done. That's what he's done. Just done it, ref's gone. Free kick. And Bogle's even laughing with him now. And he's probably just said to him, yeah, mate, I bought it because I had nowhere to go. But the referee's that piss poor in this league that you can't look at him for any form of consistency, any form of, quality. Terrible. Ball played in anyway. Cooper wins it again. Leeds knock it out, win the second ball this time. They win the other ball. Firpo wins it. Bogle, can we do something on the sort of transition? No, because we move it too slow, and the ref gives a free kick, even though I'll be honest, that didn't look like a foul, and he's given Millwall a yellow card. The guy's a donkey. This guy's a donkey, this ref. He'll give Leeds a red card for scoring. He doesn't know what he's doing. That didn't even look like a foul. He kind of stood his ground a little bit. I don't know, maybe it's because Nonto's small. He sort of... I don't know, actually. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. Strout. Oh, lads, it's not happening. I'm just going to go fill the water up. I don't know what's happened, but I've come back and I've seen a Millwall player on the floor. Is it serious? I mean, I'm not going to make a medical judgment right now, but no. Okay. He's headbutted his friend and now he's out. Well, let's get through the comments, everyone. I'm interested to hear what you're saying about this because I'm probably going to get depicted here as the most negative person on planet Earth, even though my team's losing to a side of which probably one of their players couldn't dream of earning what our least earning player is on per week. And I feel that should equate to quality / wins. It's tough watch this. I just feel like it's so predictable in it. These games are so predictable with us. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well, mate. I'm looking forward to this. I hope you're right, all. I hope you're right. But it feels like we've got one option at the minute in terms of quality, and it's Willian, so that's it. Anyway, Leeds on the right-hand side. That's what we'll do, mate. They'll just lie down because the ref's terrible, so he's not gonna be brave with this. So it's just gonna be the same thing. Phil says still struggling against teams who sit back and defend. It's happening against most teams in the league. If Fark can't sort it out, then changes need. I think it is. I think this is a problem. It's a bigger problem than we think against these low block teams. Unless they're absolutely shambolic, but we're seeing it, especially away from home. This ain't good enough tonight, guys. We know it's not good enough. Anyway, Leeds, Perot, Aronson. Lose it. Have we got to see more from Brendan? I know he's had a look. Some of you might say, "Oh, this is a US men's international side team." Sorry, player Connor, come on, player. Production against George Saville for me should be a lot better. I'm not just picking up him, but there's no point in me talking about Perot anymore. No point, because people just say, yeah, but he's got 4 goals or he's got 5 goals, so he'll just be rolled out every game, even if he's playing poorly. Bearing in mind, this guy was substituted last season for Bamford, even when he was getting the occasional goal, because Farke was evidently sick of his lack of systematic play. But yeah, look, it's not dummies out the pram right now, but we ain't creating anything at the minute. It's really poor, this from Leeds. And I thought it'd be maybe less predictable than this, but we're just pretty easy to defend against right now. It's easy for Millwall, this, I think. Move from left to right, left to right, left to right. Leeds will just go back to the centre back. This is what Burnley were doing against them. So we need to do something different. Bogle. Ball played in. Oh, is he off? He's off. You shithead, ref. You shithead. Oh, man. We can't see the angle because LUTV have one camera in the stadium. And we can't even see if he's offside. Didn't look it. When did they call? Was he off? Didn't look offside, that. Didn't look offside. I was going to say, can we see some more angles? No, that didn't look off. That didn't look offside at all, by the way. But much better from Leeds, at least. Moving it quicker, getting the ball in the box, seeing what can happen. You know what I mean? Whipping that ball in. It was Nonso again, wasn't it? Fair play to him. Just whipping that ball in the box and seeing what happens. That should have been 1-1, that. Not offside. Didn't look offside anyway. Even when it touched Dan James, it looked like he was behind Tanganga. The amount of terrible decisions this referee's given, he gave like a brave offside for that. Give over, man. Dan James gets fouled. And he don't give it. And Millwall come away with it. Firpo, well done. Good defending. Rode on. Tanaka, rode on. And we go back again. Aronson passed the ball. Pass it. Strout. Nonto on the turn. Fouled. Yellow card, please. Yellow card, please. You're going to pull out yellow card? Nah, you don't know what you're doing, do you? That's a yellow card. Doesn't give it. Rode on. Better intensity from Leeds, though. Better tempo. Dan James goes on that right. Ball in, corner Leeds. I tell you what, if we could take corners, you know, if we're a good corner taking side, we'd be promoted already because the amount of corners we get during games. I mean, we are battering this lot. They've not been out the half. They've been out the half 3 times this game, but it don't matter because we're not creating enough. And the worst thing I think about this probably for Farke, is it's looking like we're heavily reliant on Ramazani right now, which we shouldn't be with this team. We shouldn't be with the quality. James, terrible ball in. Please knock it on, cleared. SA. Leeds trying to hunt the ball. They're going to just foul again, aren't they? Bogle does well. And that's an absolute... It's a fucking... Give him a card, you absolute dick. Give him a card. He's giving George Honeyman a card at last. He's just gone straight through Brendan Aronson. And it helps them. See, guys, it helps them because it proper stalls the game. That's why you don't want to go 1-0 down to a stupid set piece, which you should have prepared better for. Man. Rode on. God, we needed that Peru goal. That offside goal, which just didn't look offside. Firpo. Peru turns well. Firpo. Bit of a gap, but we've gone back again. You know, Millwall, allowing Millwall to recoup. Ball played in, headed out. There's no one shooting. There's no one's having a go. It's so easy to defend. Nobody's taking a risk, everyone. Nobody's taking a risk. Nobody's having a go. Nobody's taking a man on, shimmying one way and having a dig. It's lateral play, and if we get through, we're then sluggish on the turn, so they're able to get back. Nonto's trying now to beat the left back. Wins a corner again. Penny for a thought for what's been said about Willie Nonto on the sideline there as the Millwall fans go mental. Corner Leeds. Ball in. Corner again. I get that it's much easier to defend a set piece than attack it, but it's so horrific how bad we are, and the manager never gets called out on it. Never gets called out on it by the fan base for having any sort of plan for doing anything differently. It's unbelievable. Rothwell. Ball in. Headed out again. Aronson. Aronson does well. Turns. And we're offside again. What song should I sing? I tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh, yeah, they're showing their offside goal again. That's good. Cheers, IUTV. That's doing wonders for my mental health. Goodness me. Right. So Leeds still need 2 goals here, by the way, everybody, not the 1. Leeds robbed them. We've got to be quick here. Jaden Bogle, Leeds in transition right now. This is where we've got to be quicker. We're waiting for them to get back into the shape. And Bogle loses it. I think they've been so comfortable tonight. Honestly, they were against Millwall at Burnley, and Dan said to me, we're expecting a much better Leeds side to come down. It's been, I don't think we've done anything. Really. And that's the that'll always be the thing, won't it, Matt? More than good enough. More than good enough, this team. I'm not saying it's over, by the way. I mean, the league's not over or anything like that, but you get so much. It's not so many. It's not over merchants. I remember that all last season when we were winning 3-11. We've just got to be better over a course of a season, and that is the 2 points per game average, which I don't think we're hitting yet. Still, by the way. So he's got to be offside, this lad. Yeah. Yeah. Like, but Milt, let me just put it to you in a different stance. If some of you aren't same here, Lofts. If some of you aren't realizing how like sort of mad this is, right? This lot broke their transfer record by paying £1 million for a striker. That's just for the lot who think we're overreacting here. Saying it was an unbelievable signing was Dan. Their striker coming in for £1 million. We've got a guy on the bench who's earning 60 grand a week. Perot. Dan James. Fires it wide. Poor from Dan James. Really poor. Should have hit the target there, and I think it's another Leeds corner. So Solomon's coming on in the 70th minute. Nice one, Daniel. It's not like we all knew this was coming. I mean, we could all see once again this happening on half time. Like, you know what I mean? The TV's getting bored. Yeah. Anyway, Leeds corner. Ball in. Guess what happens, everyone, with another corner? And we go all the way. Well, we've actually kept it live, to be fair. Firpo ball in. Aronson. We don't win any of the second balls. So what's the point in putting the ball in the box? And unbelievably, Coburn's come through and Nick. I mean, they're on the attack here. It's incredible. Yeah, we ain't winning this. We ain't winning this. It's going to be another unacceptable away performance for me. Bristol City and Millwall, not good enough. Not good enough at all. As Rothwell comes off for Solomon. So far, we're achieving 1.86 points per game. And we're all talking about 2 points per game. Ball played in, headed out. So 2 points per game. This is the standard that we're all having as Jaden Bogle smashes it over the bar. So this is the standard that we're all having right now. So I'll get the evidence up right now. It's transfer marks. That's say 14 games in, I think. I think that's right. Or in all fairness, I think we're just below it. Which there's no, I didn't think it couldn't have been 1.86. I thought it was a little bit lower than that. It's just below. It's just below on FB Ref, 2 points per game. So I think this will decrease it as well. Yeah, Jamie, I think we were, mate. You're right. Yeah, you're right, mate. I think it's evidently been reduced because of this game, hasn't it? Bogle, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's coming, does it? Like it didn't in the Bristol game. It just doesn't feel like it's coming. It's offside, I think, Nonso. Nope. Ball in. Terrible. Yeah, we look shit. We just look shit. We've got there's no, like, that's what I said before the game about needing Ramazani. And you shouldn't need Ramazani with the quality of team we have, which I don't know. Maybe you look elsewhere. But you know how Millwall are going to set up. You know exactly what they've done. They've done it again, and they've found us out. I saw it said on the 60th minute we weren't scoring against Bristol City. You can just tell with Leeds. You can tell the games where we might be in it a little bit. But, I mean, it'll just have to be, I don't know, maybe a little bit of moment of magic or something. But they're set up really well. But it's not good enough. As I've said to you guys before, I think they made their record club signing for about $1 million in the summer. $1 million. We laugh at £1 million nowadays, don't we? Never used to when we brought Luke Murphy in. Do you remember that back in the day? Luke Murphy, £1 million was unbelievable under Ken Bates, but now we laugh at it. It's chump change, isn't it? I mean, what? Joe Gelhardt, you'd be angry if Joe Gelhardt was worth £1 million. Do you know what? Millwall would take Joe Gelhardt on loan. That's what we're playing with right now. You know, Millwall would take Joe Gelhardt on loan and he'd be starting for Millwall. And we're just getting completely outdone by him here. We are. I don't give a shit. I don't care. We're getting outdone by them. We are. And do you know what? People don't like that. And people don't like when I said about the Burnley game. I said at the Burnley game, Burnley deserved to win. And the reason I said that in context was because Burnley played to their game plan and they won the game. That's how I looked at it. Leeds tried their game plan and we didn't win the game. So for me, Burnley deserved to win that game. Right now, you cannot say Leeds deserve to win this game. You can't. You cannot say we deserve to win this game because we're playing to their game plan and they are just completely, we've got no answer at the minute. They're falling over. They're playing the referee. They're playing for set pieces. And do you know what? In all fairness to Millwall, they look like a fit side who were really well. Look at us. We're just pathetic at the minute. We really are poor. We can't pass the ball 5 yards. The heads are all down. It's not good enough, this from Leeds United. It's not good enough. Heads are down. Lackadaisical. Nobody's taking a man on. Nobody's, we're marching back. We've conceded a throw-in now, and it's all, oh, no. Poor us. Millwall with the throw-in anyway. Tanganga. Ball lofted up again. Tanaka. Can't get control of it. Millwall win it back. Solomon can't get control of it. Lovely play from Millwall. Oh, fantastic football. Coburn. Is that his name? Coburn. Millwall. They're winning every second ball. Winning every frigging second ball, and it is literally winding me up. Can we go quicker? Can we do something, Leeds? Just give us something. Give us something. Give us one goal. How about it, Leeds? One frigging goal. Do something. Do something. Just increase the tempo. I won't have a go at any of you for actually just taking on a man, having a strike at goal. Just someone try and take a risk, Leeds, instead of just passing the ball side to side and backwards. Oh, but it opens up space here. We've been doing this for about 80 minutes now. Someone do something. Let's have a little bit of an X Factor moment, shall we? We've got enough quality on the pitch. William Yonso does well. Defended against again. Goal kick. Substitute Aziz, I think, comes on. Bogle on the right. Road on. God, this is it's so boring, guys. We're just side to side to side. Firpo tries to put it in. It's another Leeds corner. What can we do with these? What can we do? Honestly, it's comical, isn't it? So what have we had? Do you reckon it's 9 or 10 now? 9 or 10 corners. And we do not do. So it's a complete waste. We've got any custom corners, short corners, anything. Man or Solomon on it. The worst corner of the match. Frigging worst corner of the match. My God. Bounces before it gets to the first man. And we go all the way back to Meslier. We go all the way back to Meslier again. Fucking hell. It's unbelievable. Just give Leeds a corner, because what they'll do is in play, they actually try to get forward. But if they get a corner, they'll go back to the goalkeeper. That's what Leeds do. Give them a corner. Honeyman, boot it out for a corner, because we'll go back to Meslier. No bother, mate. Nay bother. Anyway, Leeds have it. James flicks it out for a goal kick. Fucking shite. Absolutely shite. Mind my language. He scoops the ball. And this is a terrible performance from Leeds. Terrible. Bogle's coming off for Bamford. No comment. And Joseph's coming on. So it's that thing again where it's throw mud against the wall and hope it sticks. Oh, I thought Solomon was going to come off. We shouldn't. We should look. The facts of this is we should, with this team, be in the top 2. Facts. As Nonto comes off. Has he still got Aronson on? He's still got Aronson on, hasn't he? Has he got Aronson on? But this team should be in the top 2. Solomon, good feet, does well. And Bamford gives it away. Wow, how predictable. But yeah, this team should be in the top 2 consistently. It's more than good enough. More than good enough. Or are we going to turn into a team of which, when there's a low block, is it just going to be a case of like Ramazani FC? I don't know. Or we'll just rely on him. Firpo. So it feels like everyone, it's like a point, doesn't it now? Which I know it's probably glass half empty, but I didn't want before the game started. I thought we had to get a win. In this one, especially what Sheffield United did last night. The resilience they showed and the quality they showed. 2 away performances where they've won on the bounce. Got to sort this away form out. Firpo. Solomon. Goes back to Firpo. Can we take on a man? Mano, take him on. Take him on. Okay, well done. I'll get the ball in the box. No, don't go lateral again, because that's not working. We've got big men in the box now. Tanaka, can somebody put the ball into the box? Leeds United. We've got Bamford on the pitch at least now. Nope, we're not doing that still. And Millwall clear. Oh, you bring a 6'2" man on and we just don't put the ball in the box, having 3 opportunities to do so. What is the point, Leeds, in bringing him on? Put the ball into the box. You might be able to win a second ball. Who knows? It might ricochet off a Millwall. When we put the ball into the box, I know it was offside, but we put the ball in the back of the net, didn't we? We put the ball in the back of the net. Incredible. What happens when you actually do that? Instead of just passing the ball, continuously looking for space. I get it, but when you're up against a well-oiled low block, what's the point? It's exactly what we did against Burnley, reverting back to that, and Bristol City. Put the ball into the box. See what happens. I'm not talking about a lofted, crappy ball. I'm talking about a whip ball in the box. Let's see what happens. Road on. Solomon. Overlap was on. Ignored it, and he's gone back inside. Fuck me. Mind my language. Road on. It's so easy to defend against. Dan James, left foot, ball in, keepers. It's completely shit. It's all rubbish. Side, 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 cut inside, cross, keepers, side, side, side. We spend about 10 minutes building up, and then there's no crescendo. There's nothing. It is just so predictable. Well, I predicted a 2-1, even at half-time. There you go. All you positive lot are telling me to be positive all the time. I predicted a 2-1 still when we're losing. Dan James, Aronson. Ball in. Cleared. And they're going to get a free kick here, aren't they? Coburn. Pascal as well. Verpo. And Millwall get a free kick. God, how is this game? So 1-0 Millwall. You know, if you're a betting man, it's just the most predictable result in it. 1-0 Millwall. What have we done either? What have we done? Be on the instant match reaction afterwards, guys, as always, where I'm going to be getting into your comments and we're going to be getting into this. I want to hear what you guys have got to say on this. Millwall win the ball back. Coburn wins a foul. He's been brilliant since he's come on. What a handful. It's been good. If you want to join the Patreon, everybody, our WhatsApp group's popping off. We've got 72 messages in there now. You can join that on the Patreon account. Ball played him. I nodded on. Oh, and they've hit the post. They've hit the post. And guess what? It was Jake Cooper again who won it. And I think it was Anger at the back post. Unbelievable. Leeds breakaway and absolutely nothing happens. Ball played back. Here come Millwall again. Unbelievable. We don't learn. Pascal. Melee clears. Firpo, you absolute divvy. He's going to get a yellow card. Just slides in. Yeah, it's predictable. You're right. Away form now, though. Three draws. We've not won in 5 away from home, I don't think it is now. And Millwall should have scores. Jake Cooper wins it again. Oh, and it's actually who knocks it onto the post. Then it's a Leeds player. So Cooper wins it again, and it's Joseph nearly scored in the wrong goal this time, and it's another Millwall set piece. My God, but how predictable! Leeds losing at Millwall again. Guys, make sure you're slapping a like on the video as well. Keep racking them up. Ball played him. Nodded on again by a Millwall player. Leeds have it. Yeah, I mean, if I speak to Dan after this, Dan at Lions TV, he's going to be saying you're the exact same as Burnley, mate. Just all build-up and no gumption. Solomon takes it past the man, does well. Plays the ball in, and yeah. Who fouls the player there? It's Patrick Bamford. It feels like any time these Millwall players, I mean, that is the most abysmal decision you've ever seen. Tanganga has thrown himself to the floor in front of Bamford. I've never seen anything quite like this. This is the worst refereeing performance of the season. It's pathetically bad. You absolute spineless div. These people are paid. They have officials on the side. They have linesmen to look across. Unbelievable. And they still get it so wrong. Tanganga has just flung himself in front of Bamford. And he looked panicked when he got up because he was like, oh no, why have I done that? And then the ref gives a foul to Tanganga. Bamford didn't get anywhere near him. I hate this division, man. I hate this division. Oh, God. Going to win another free kick here, are they? Right in the corner. I mean, Leeds are we've played into their hands, haven't we? We played right into their hands. Crowd's on side. The biggest crowd of the season. I mean, Leeds have been... Oh, and they got another free kick, have they? No, we've got a throw in. The subs have made no difference as well. No difference whatsoever. It's the exact same Leeds. Nonto might as well stayed on the pitch. I don't know why you take Nonto off when you're trying to win the frigging game. Don't care. People don't like. People are like, oh, he's overhyped. He's still the best player on the pitch. Still the best player on the pitch. So technically, he's the best player on the pitch. It is what it is, guys. Don't shoot the messenger for that one, but he is. So you take your best player off and you've got Patrick Bamford on the frigging pitch. Work that one out. Verpo. Out wide. James. Goes down the line. And he's going to cut back. Verpo. Solomon. Cuts inside. Cut out. Dan James. Has a shot saved. So bad. Nothing, guys. If you're not watching the game, you can't get a stream. 4 minutes added on. Man, if you can bear it, come and join me for the instant match reaction. Yeah, work that one out. Yeah, Ryan, I know, mate. I know. This is tough, man. This is tough. Tough watch. I've seen this. This is like performance. This is like This is like dark days, though. This, you know what I mean? That here comes Coburn again in a good position. He's just going to go to the corner, isn't he? Hold the ball. Oh, God, Leeds throw. You played into their game, lads. Like the Leeds players look suddenly frustrated. They look suddenly frustrated. Firpo's looking frustrated with 3 minutes to go. It's like, Junior, you've all played into their game, lad. You've played into their game. They've won all these 50-50s. They've won the percentage battles. They've got the crowd into it. They've scored a set-piece goal. You've played into the Millwall. That's all they ever do. It's all they've ever done with him. It's all they've ever done with him. And you've got, listen, if it's a team who can't deal with it, I understand it. If you've not got enough on the pitch to deal with it, fair enough. But when they're bringing a player in for like $1 million in the summer, £1 million, a Serbian, whatever striker he was, Dan was telling me on Lions TV, they brought him in for £1 million and he's like their record signing. And we've got a 60 grand a week winger on the bench. It's no frigging excuse. It's no excuse to be losing tonight. It's a joke. It's not good enough. And draw, loss away from home isn't good enough. 3 milli was. Wow. What an effort. It's what the 3 mil. There you go, mate. Not 1 mil. 3 mil says MW. Yeah, but that's it's a good Millwall side. Look at this Leeds side, mate. Look at this Leeds team. I can see that. Look, mate, I appreciate what you're saying, but I can see the excuses coming already. I can see him coming already. It's a good Millwall side. They're in 7th. What are we talking about? Respect to Millwall, but I mean, now the fans are trying to fight with Mano Solomon. Brilliant. But come on. It's a good Leeds side as well, mate. It's a very good Leeds side. Firpo. Nah. Bamford. Oh, fucking hell. Just end the stream, Dave. Leeds have got a corner, I think. We'll be ready with the instant match reaction as Elan Melee comes up to try rescue a point for Leeds at Millwall. Ball in, and it's absolutely terrible. But Leeds have been lucky. We're gonna retake the corner. The ball bounces before it gets to Elan Melee, who's actually figured out that the front post might be a dangerous option for Leeds because it's all we frigging hit. Ball played in, and Melee nods it on because it's hit the front post again. And Dan James strikes it over the bar with a 4-year-old's effort goal. And is that it? Just blow the whistle. Is it, lads? Just blow the whistle. We're going to instant match reaction. I just cannot be arsed with this. It's over. Right, guys, make sure you slap a like on the video. You'll be redirected to the instant match reaction where we're going to be getting into it. Get all your comments in. It's going to be a spicy one. I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.